Hello and welcome to Spacious Planning. I'm Deborah, and today we have an order that has kind of felt inevitable for about the past 18 months. I've finally jumped on the Laurel Denise hype train. Now, for those of you who aren't kind of obsessively in the planner world, Laurel Denise is a relatively new planner company. They're not super new, like they've been around a few years, but they make a really unique planner with it's a layout that I've not seen anywhere else. And I'd say for the past year or two, they've been growing and growing, and I've kept looking at them and going, I really want to try this, and there's always been some reason not to, or it's just not quite fitting my lineup, or I'm trying not to planner hop. The rattling noise you can hear is the cat trying to extract treats from a toy. Okay, but I finally was like, I need to change planners, and they have just at the start of March released their new Undated line. I love Undated planners because you can hop in and out of them. You know, you avoid waste. If you want to change things up for a month and then go back, you're not wasting a whole month worth of planner. I have to say, I really liked some of the cover designs and colours this time round. So that's why I finally took the plunge. I've got a few things to show. I've not opened the boxes yet, so I'm hoping it's all okay. So the first things to show, I bought just a couple of sticker sheets, which I thought were really lovely. And they're actually, obviously I bought them because I thought they looked nice. In person, they're more vivid than they looked online. I'm really, really liking these. So yeah, I do recommend the sticker sheets. And then we have, I'm going to do the bigger one first. The small one is a project planner, but the big one is, I do like nice packaging. Planners for the way you think. So Laurel Denise's whole thing is, you get this visual layout that really, I think is really interesting. So let's try and do that carefully. And we have a lovely, well-packaged planner. So let's move the box out of the way. And here it is. So I love this cover. That's so pretty. In the past, so Laurel Denise has a very distinct aesthetic, a very sort of distinct design feel. Some of them I haven't warmed to, but this one with I think it's just because the petals on the flowers are kind of spikier, it's a bit more defined and crisp. I really like it. So this is the Laurel Denise weekly vertical Undated 2024 Undated release. They only do weekly planners. They don't do a daily or anything. And as you can see, I don't think I can get it in shot. It's a really wide planner. Let me try. Can I adjust the camera up a bit from usual? So you're probably going to get sides of my table or something. Okay, I can just get the whole thing in shot. So they do weekly planners. They do a vertical version and a horizontal version. I've got the vertical. And let's dive straight in to the main layout, because I think that's the really interesting thing about these planners. Ta-da! You get your monthly view and your weekly view, monthly list space and some other list space, all visible in one layout, so you can see the whole thing at once. I love that. So the way I've used an hourly planner for 3 years now is to kind of show me the shape of my week. And then I've recently started using a monthly to kind of show me the shape of my month. And the idea of bringing all that together just really makes sense for me. So obviously, because this is undated, there's no days written in, there's no dates written in, so you could use this in any way you wanted. I probably will put a sort of small hourly section in here to do just the shape of my week, Monday through Sunday, and then have space for a small daily list. This will be great for just putting my main monthly appointments, my main monthly list. So yeah, I think this will work really well. One of the reasons I held off for quite a long time is I have fairly big handwriting. It's not the biggest space. It's a big planner, but because they're fitting so much in, it's not the biggest space. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I think for the way I use my hourly, I'm not putting loads of detail in. I just want like color blocks almost to show me the shape of things. I think that will be fine in there. I might still need a separate daily list space, but we'll see how I get on. I'm excited about the Undated because I like having some colour on my page. So I'm going to pick a colour each month and kind of use it throughout for like writing in the dates, writing in the days of the week and so on. So that's the kind of ta-da moment. That's the big weekly layout. Let's go back to the start now. So you get, with the planner, you get a couple of bookmarks, one with a ruler on and one with this kind of decorative edge. Because it's an Undated planner, they've included monthly tab stickers, which is nice. Nameplate page. I forgot to mention a lovely big pocket and a lovely colourful interior, which is nice. You get a sort of yearly overview view. I, being me, because I really like my planning very flexible, personally, I wish they'd not put goals and things to remember. Like, I wish they'd just left that empty and let you use it how you want. Maybe not even put month, just let you use the space how you want. But, you know, you could white out the goals label, it's not a big deal. Then you've got your pages. So just to show how this works, the weekly pages flip over like that in kind of in the center of the month. Again, I wish they hadn't done to do this week. Like, you could use this space for anything, so it's just unnecessary labeling. But generally, it's a very, very flexible space. The same with to do this month. I don't think they need that there. On the back of your weekly pages, they have habit trackers. I usually avoid habit trackers. They kind of make me anxious, but they're right at the back. They're kind of hidden. So if you're like me, great, you don't have to look at them. If habit tracking is a big part of your planning, I guess you might want them more prominent. That's something to think about because they are slightly tucked away. I love this big kind of flexible space. That's really awesome for kind of just taking quick notes, mapping out ideas for the month or whatever you want to do. So it goes through like that for 12 months. One other thing to note, because you've got these pages in the middle of the planner, but not the whole width, you do end up with a bit of a bump. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe it's easier to see standing up. You can see the planner gets a lot thinner as it goes out. So yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind. It won't bother me, but I guess it might bother some people. So we go through 12 months worth of Undated pages. And then they include a few extra pages in the back. So there's a section to plan ahead for next year. Yearly wins, yearly lessons. Again, why label that space? You get some graph pages, just a few, and some dot grid pages. I think, is it 4 pages of each? Yes, it is. And then at the very back, they have this list space for kind of listing books you've read, things you've listened to, all that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm so excited to finally have a Laurel Denise planner. I love the cover. I love the layout. It's so unique. It's so flexible. I don't love the labels on some of the things. I wish they'd not done the to do this week label, the to do this month label, and some of the stuff in here, yearly wins, yearly lessons, these at the back. like, uh, you, it's basically a very flexible planner, and then they've added little labels and little bits of inflexibility. But that is a very minor gripe with a very exciting planner. This is why I will never be an affiliate for a planner company. I nitpick things. So how am I going to use this? So I'm going to hopefully use this as my main personal planner. It'll sit up on a stand. Obviously, it's not something I can have open in front of me on my desk. It's too big. It'll sit up on a stand kind of beside me as I work and be my monthly and weekly dashboard and kind of give me an overview of where I am. I'm interested to see how I get on with the weekly list space and the daily list space. I think for my weekly list, this is probably all right. For my daily lists, having left room for hours, I might still want a separate list pad or list planner. But as like a visual orienting where I am, plus space to be a bit creative, space to be a little bit decorative with some colour, I think this is going to be really fun. And then the other thing I got is a little bit different. So pop that there. I got a mini planner. So this is the smaller size that they do. And this, I got their mini project planner. Now this is very unusual for me because I like colour in my planners. As you can tell, I bought this one with its beautiful colourful cover. But when I first saw this cover last year on some of their dated planners, this is their midnight colour, and I don't know how to describe it. It's black, but it's a really colourful black. It's like a warm black. I don't know how to describe it, but I was really drawn to it. The mini is 9 inches by 7 inches roughly. So it's a much smaller planner. Again, you get bookmarks, you get your tabs. Now they do mini planners, mini weekly planners, so kind of a mini version of the large planner I just showed you. But I got the project planner, which has no weekly pages. It's just your monthly overview and then space for 4 lists. So you could do a list a week, or you could do, say, 4 different projects and do a list per project each month. I really like this. I've been really drawn to the project planner for a while. I don't think I'm going to use it every single month. My plan is, when I have a project I really want to get done, I will pick this up, use it for a month to get through something. So for example, this winter, I know that I want to do a bunch of baking for Christmas and maybe also make my own Christmas cards. So for November, when I'm doing all that prep, I will use the project planner to keep track of that, because that's more stuff than would fit in my regular weekly planning. So you get 12 months in the Undated, all of the same. And then you get some of the same pages. So you get plan ahead for the next year, yearly wins, yearly lessons. But you get a lot more notes pages in the back of your project planner, including these, which I think are cool. So these are, I guess it's meant to be a page per project, and then you've got 2 weeks of space. So, I mean, you could use this in loads of ways. You could use it for one project that you're going to complete over the course of a fortnight, and, you know, all the tasks for the project. You could potentially do, you know, different projects. You could do habits, but I mean, I've got habit tracker if I really wanted it in the main planner, but if you didn't, you could use it for that. I really like this. I mean, working in tech, I'm kind of used to thinking in fortnightly sprints a bit. So I actually think I'll use these pages separate from the monthly pages. So, I mean, we'll see how it actually goes in practice, but my plan is the monthly sections are for big projects like my Christmas prep, or yeah, some kind of other major project. Maybe if I take a course, for example, I might use it for tracking that, and then use these pages for separate smaller projects. So if I'm like, I really need to do a spring clean, that could be one of these pages, for example. Or I want to, really intensively work on something and break it down. So you get a few project pages. Then you get checklist pages, which again, you could use as a habit tracker. You could use as a different type of project format. I love that it's lovely flexible space, basically. I really like that. And then you get more checklist pages. You get your graph grid pages. And some more dot grid. With both of those, you get more of those than you get in the weekly planner. So you get quite a lot of notes pages. And then at the back, you get a list page where you will record the books you're reading. They really want you to do that. They're very adamant about it. I love this planner. So it's small, it's portable, it's quite lightweight, it's super flexible. Like the vast majority of pages you can really do whatever you want with. And I feel, so for me, it's going to be an overflow planner from my main planner when I have projects that won't fit in there. I think you could use it as your main planner. Absolutely. If you didn't have a ton of appointments in your week, for instance, you could definitely use it as a goal planner. I think it would work well for that. Yeah, I'm so excited to get into this. I'm kind of hoping it will motivate me to do a few more projects, because this is it's such a fun little planner. And again, the benefit of it being undated, I don't have to be doing a project every month. I can dip in and out of it when I need it, which is fantastic. So that's Laurel Denise. This is my very exciting planner order. I was so pleased to get it today. It sat in UK Customs in Heathrow for a full week, which was not good for my patience. This is a bit of a size comparison. Hopefully you can see. So yeah, the bigger one really is pretty massive, but it kind of has to be with the layout it is. And then the mini is very mini and very portable, and they're pretty, and the covers feel nice. I'm really pleased with these. I'm really excited to get into them. I think I will try and do a video of me setting up my first month. So it's almost the end, well, halfway through March, almost the end of March. I will start the weekly planner in April, and I'll try and do a video of me setting it up for that month to try and show kind of what I'm intending to do with colours and with like blocking out the shape of my week and things like that. I cannot wait to get started. And yeah, it really does feel like I've been resisting the Laurel Denise hype and finally gave in. And I'm so glad I did. Thank you for watching. I'd love to know what you think of these planners, and see you next time.